Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest. And we are here for, and we'll be on challenging, we are here for one of our final side stories of this litter we're currently playing the side stories of the sons and daughters of Katari and Terrell, and today we will be following Flare. And I know this is a much anticipated side story because Flare was actually the second most popular wolf according to the polls. He came just behind Kaya, just a few votes behind her, and so he is quite a popular wolf, and I know a lot of you guys really like him. And he actually does have a we have already seen him because he's actually had an extra long side story in which we saw him once already when he helped Myra raise her puppies, but this is actually before that happens. So first of all, we will actually be trying to find him a mate because his mate actually was with them at the time, we just did not see her. And so we will be following his story this time, and Myra will actually be accompanying him for the Slough Creek portion of the mission. But first, we have to get him some experience so he can find a mate. Now, Flare's challenge is that he is terrified of eagles. Now, the reason he's terrified of eagles is because his brother Hurricane was actually snatched from right next to him, and he saw it happen, and it was really scary, especially for such an impressionable little pup. And he's never been able to deal with eagles since. Now, Myra had a chance of impacting his side story by perhaps being able to accompany him and chase off the eagles, but unfortunately all of her puppies did not survive to the summer hunting grounds, so she won't be able to help him with his puppies. She will still accompany him, but she won't be able to help him chase off eagles, so he still cannot chase off eagles. Now, the other difficult part about this is that he has the ability to have a backwards progression of difficulty, where he could start on arduous and then drop to pretty easy, and it would actually make his difficulty go backwards, but because he is on, he would have to go to the, I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. He would have to go to the Aspen Heights Den, and I don't think we're going to do that because that is a very tough journey, and he's already made that journey with Myra. So he will actually be playing on challenging. And we have, oh my, I don't know that we've met this one before. This is a druid wolf, but I don't think we've ever encountered him. Now, the druids have had a long-lasting feud that's been going on. And I hear a moose in the background. Flare is a pretty skittish wolf. So, I think he's kind of trying to ask permission to stay and to roam around the territory. Oh. But it did not, it got him attacked. So, he is not going to be sticking around the druid territory. No way. No way. He's going to be leaving as fast as he possibly can. Oh, and I forgot to show his stats. So his stats are 30 strength, 55 stamina, 65 speed. So he's definitely on the faster side. And, but he's not all that strong. And he's really not much of a fighter. He tends to be a pretty shy wolf. And it's also worth noting that he is a little bit older, too. He's not your typical dispersal. He's already a few years old, and he's just either kind of late to the game, or perhaps he's already had a mate who died, and he's looking for a new one. But in any case, he's back in Amethyst Mountain, looking for a mate, and hoping for kind of a second start at things, and hopefully his puppies will fare better than his litter did and than Myra's puppies did, because we unfortunately did lose one of her puppies right at the very end. And let us see. We're going to head up here. Oh, there is... Speaking of, I think Flare would not have much... Well, at this point, he probably wouldn't have as strong of an animosity. He probably develops it later on because he did lose a puppy to a coyote, but he also did lose a sibling to a coyote. We lost Rayra to a coyote. And so he does definitely not have much tolerance for puppies already, let alone when he goes to raise his puppies. And so the way this all works timeline-wise is after he finds his mate, he meets Myra, And she actually has her puppies first before him. So by the time we go to Slough Creek, we'll have jumped right over Myra's litter. So he'll actually be raising his own puppies with her help. And so everything that happened in Myra's side story will have already gone by. But right now, none of Myra's story has happened. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm getting a timeline set up, and I will try to have that worked out pretty soon here so that you guys can see what the heck is going on. Because the timeline gets a little confusing. Oh, and we have some scent markers. We're going to go ahead and follow them, even though we are a little injured. And Flare is kind of just trying to feel out the wolf packs and see who is going to be gentler and nicer and who may chase him away. And we have, who is this? A specimen male. So he's going to submit and try and see. He's basically asking for permission to be lingering around the edges of the territory. Oh, and he got attacked again. Okay, he's going to leave. So he's going to check out the third territory, and if all of them are pretty hostile, he's just going to have to make do and come slinking into one of the territories. But if one is... Oh, there's a fox. Okay, it's just a fox. Nothing to be afraid of. But if one is less hostile than the others, then we'll probably go there first to seek a mate. So we'll leave that little fox alone and start heading down this way. And once we've explored the territories, we'll move into trying to get him some experience and trying to see what may happen in these different... After we've done these wolf territories, we'll try to get him some experience. He's probably not going to gain that much by fighting. He's probably going to do a lot of it by hunting, because he does seem to be a pretty good hunter already. He took out that one elk pretty quickly. But yeah, first of all, we're going to visit the territory on the grassy plain. I believe that's the Slough pack. And just see how they feel about his presence. Now, for a lone wolf to come across a pack is really dangerous in real life. That would be extremely dangerous and could get them killed. But in this, the packs are usually they don't normally attack immediately. The Druid pack is kind of the exception to that. The Druid pack is pretty aggressive, even on Amethyst Mountain. But it is possible. Sometimes you'll find wolves that are more or less submissive or more, I venture to say, friendly. So we'll go ahead and go this way. There's another fox. Man, he's seeing foxes everywhere. And we'll head this way. I thought I almost saw a carcass. But I think it was just an abnormality in the ground. Let's see. I thought I saw a little bit of the scent plume just starting because it's very light, but I think it was just some of the ground. And we're going to actually run right up to Slough territory. So far he's been chased out by 2 packs. Not surprising he was chased off by the Druids. We've had a little bit more luck with the mountain pack sometimes. But, yeah. And the mountain pack is actually where Myra found him in the end. She managed to go up there and look for him and find him. So we'll have to grab a quick snack from here. And then head into wolf territory. And just see what's up over here. Just see what's up. I hear elk bugling in the distance. And we shall see. Here we go. Here's wolf territory. And the scent markers. We're kind of at a bad angle. We want to... Oh, here they are. Oh, okay. We stumbled across them, and we have a Slough male. Let's see. How are you, sir? If I submit to you, what will you do? Okay, he still doesn't want us around, but you know what? He didn't attack us. That's progress. So it looks like we'll be looking around in the Slough territory when we go to pick a mate, because he didn't attack us. He kind of just tolerated our presence and just said, okay, you need to get out of here. This is our territory. The other 2 actually attacked him. So I think Flare will be returning to the Slough territory when it comes time for him to look for a mate. There's a buddy. We're going to get it. There we go. Any little bit of experience helps. We need 750 to be able to find a mate. And just to clarify, we are not looking for Myra as Myra was looking for Flare. We are actually looking for Flare's mate. Myra will be following us invisibly. We're going to say she's there even though we can't see her. Just like Flare's mate was there, through Myra's story, even though we couldn't see her. So it's not going to be we have to go find Myra or anything like that. We're actually looking for Flair's mate. And let's just come and check, because this rock is known to have bears by it. And even though bears are dangerous, they are a good... Oh, there is a bear. They are a good source of experience if we can bite them without taking too much damage. And just kind of run in. And, oh, is it running? It's running, yay! So, okay, so now we probably have, now we've got 360 experience points. So we'll probably head into the forest and do a little bit of hunting with Flair to try and boost his experience. And we will most likely have him at the Saddle Meadows Den, because it's pretty close to the summer hunting grounds, and that will, however, negate his ability to progress backwards, because, yeah, it'll make it so that he doesn't... Well, and even the backwards progression would not be so good for his story, because we'd have to start on Arduous. So we really don't want his backwards progression. And we don't want to be at Aspen Heights again. We've been there at literally every wolf almost, except for the past few. So I'm sure you guys are all sick of Aspen Heights, and we will be moving away from that den this time. Let's see. Who's weak? Who's gonna run? Who's gonna run? I see someone... Oh, some of you guys are running. Oh, we're gonna go after this one. And Flair is pretty average in his stats. It seems he's definitely a little on the fast side, but he's not super imbalanced. We have some wolves that are a little bit more well-rounded, and then we have some that are definitely specializing. We actually have one wolf in the upcoming air vote who has a 40-20-90 balance. So we definitely have some wolves that are more specialized. Flair is not one of those wolves, though. And let's see. And we probably won't have too many side stories from Flair's generation after this. His is going to be one of the last. We'll probably follow Cassidy. And we may do one or two more depending on how circumstances work out. And when his side story in the poll that is associated with it, because we're running his side story during the air poll, depending on when all that wraps up. Here we go. Here we go. And that should be another 100 experience points. Let's go back and hunt again. And you are going to run right into the bull elk. We're not going to follow you right into the bull elk. And there's a lot of debate over whether it's better to bite or to bite hold. Bite holding is where you hold down the spacebar instead of just pressing it repeatedly, and that enables you to actually grab onto the elk and be dragged along. And that does do damage, but the thing is it drains stamina. So what I've found with that is it's usually good to do with a wolf that has a lot more strength, because they'll deal damage a lot faster, and then they can work in spurts. They can stop, regain their stamina, and then they don't have to try and catch up to the sprinting elk as often, because a lot of the time our stronger wolves are not as fast. So usually if I am working with a stronger wolf, I'll do more bite holding, but if I'm working with a speed or stamina wolf, I will do more just straight out biting. That's kind of my method to it, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have different tactics. But I just thought I'd explain that, because that's one thing I get asked a lot is, why don't you bite hold? I do bite hold. When you had Apollo's side story, we did a lot more bite holding, because Apollo was very strong and not all that fast. Alright, let's make sure we can eat. And this elk's gonna run, so that should have us up over 500 experience points. And this one should make it 600, and then we'll just need one more. And it says in the pop-up that you need 800 experience points to be able to find a mate. It's actually 750, I'm pretty sure. We've been able to find mates at 750 experience points. So the little pop-up that comes up sometimes does say 800, but I am pretty sure it's 750. And I will be looking into seeing if we can get that corrected. Let's see. Here we go. Alright. Let's do some more. Let's try and take her out. We're not going to be down here by the Druid Pack as much. In fact, we're going to be much more over by the Slough pack, so we'll probably try and kill this elk, and then we'll probably try and chase an elk towards the Slough pack, although we do have some dead elk over there already that we just found. We stumbled upon them. Because that will enable us to, if we do get attacked by anything, that will give us more of a chance to be able to eat over there. So here we go. Got another elk ready to go down. And then we'll be almost ready to go. Here we go. One more bite. There we go. Oof, we ran right through her apparently. And let's finish eating. And then the next elk we chase, we're going to chase right over to the Slough territory. Let's do quite a bit of damage now if we can. Trying to deal as much damage as possible. There we go. Yeah, his stamina is still good, so we'll go ahead and chase her. And we'll just set out right across this plains here. And see if we can kill her as close to Slough territory as possible. Because that way we'll have an extra little something to eat, and we'll be all ready to roll next time. Okay, here we go. Here we are. I'm actually going to just chase her a little bit until we get closer to wolf territory, because another bite or two will drop her to enough health so that she'll start standing her ground and we won't be able to chase her any further. So I really do want to try and get her closer to wolf territory before we do that. We are almost there. We'll try to kill her probably right on the very edge here. Maybe a few more. There we go. And we are actually, yeah, we're just outside wolf territory. There we go. She is doing quite a bit of damage, but I think he'll be okay. If not, there's other carcasses right by here that we can run to. There we go. Wow, you did take a lot of damage during that hunt. That's why we do need a mate to help us. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll actually stumble upon a mate pretty quickly here. But I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So let's head back into wolf territory. And we should have the wind blowing towards us pretty much right away. I'm probably going to veer a little bit more towards the top of the territory because we want to make sure we stay downwind, and we don't want to, if the wolf spawn site is above us, we're not going to get the scent. There we go. Here is a scent trail. Okay, here we go. Here we are. Who is this? Who are you? Oh dear. This is a Slough male. Oh, Flare! Flare! Oh. I didn't expect him to go all the way over. Oh, and we got attacked again. Well, that was kind of a bust, but he does know there are some wolves here who are a little bit more lenient than those in other territories. So yeah, see, this says 800, but it's 750. That pop-up doesn't show up, I believe, unless you actually have enough. Or maybe it does, and I'm just not sure, but we should be able to actually start finding dispersal wolves. We'll try one more time, and if we don't find a wolf that we like, we will go ahead and the episode. Oh, and you guys, I actually looked up, because if you remember, we came here at one point, and we did find a wolf. We came here with Neo, and we found a wolf who was very, very pretty, but he actually had mange. And I looked it up, and mange is actually very, very, very bad and can kill off populations of wolves. And it can happen really fast. Ooh, who's this? A dispersal female. Oh, okay. Who are you, my dear? Now this is interesting. She looks a lot like the leader of the druids. The female leader, that is. Let's just see. She seems to like that. Let's just give her a nice little sniff and see. She's big. She's a very big wolf. Look at her. She towers over him. Oh my goodness. Let's just see. She seems nice. I think we're gonna go ahead and try and take her as our mate. But I wonder, she looks so much like the leader of the druids. I wonder if there's a connection. I wonder. We'll go ahead and do let's start a pack and just see. I think we're gonna call her Crystal, like this. Flare and Crystal, that sounds good. Okay. And here we are. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so we have Crystal here. And next time we will be heading to Slough Creek with these two. The transport place is just down here, so we're going to head in that direction. So I will see you next time when we will return to Flare and Crystal's story and see what Slough Creek holds for them. Look how fast she is. But until then, I will see you guys next time. And until then, this is Jay, over and out.